Hello and welcome to Coffee Chats with Kara. My name is Kara Mayola. I'm a licensed professional counselor, wellness educator, founder of Luminary Life Kits, and working mom of a young kiddo. I hope you'll squeeze this coffee chat in between things like putting on your makeup and getting ready for the morning, while you're enjoying a couple bites of lunch in between meetings and emails, potentially on your commute to or from work, or in those quiet moments that you have at the end of your day. Thank you for including me in the mix of it. So today we are talking about the single most important thing that I believe that all working moms need to know to help manage their stress. So there are a lot of maybe very well-meaning, maybe even effective stress management strategies out there, but they're often not really keying into, or they're overlooking a key stress management strategy. And this is because many stress management strategies don't understand the power of the body to influence your mind. So you can get to that kind of mindset work. You can get to changing your priorities and reshuffling your schedule. You can look at the stressors themselves and try to change those stressors, but you're going to be able to do all of that much more effectively, feel much more fulfilled and whole as a person. Like, let's not have increase your stress management skill as like another checklist to put on the never-ending long list of to-dos as a working mom. I want your first step, your first stop on the stress management train to be understanding the role that your physical body plays on the mind. So in the world of polyvagal theory, which is a clinical framework that we use as clinicians in therapy, we can apply that world to everyday common sense self-care strategies. And in that frame, we understand that your autonomic nervous system is in charge of a few really important physiological things to monitor your health. It's helping with your respiratory rate, with your heart rate. It's responsible for your immune system. It has many really important functions in keeping your physical body going. But little known fact, it also plays a key role in your stress and survival response. So your nervous system, your autonomic nervous system, directly influences a few really important mind-related things that are happening in your inner world. So I want you to remember this, friends. Next time you're feeling yucky, next time you're feeling crummy, next time you're feeling stressed, pressured, irritable, next time you're feeling fearful, overwhelmed, reactive, next time you're feeling depleted, blah, just like slumping and scrolling, that is not a personal weakness. That is not necessarily a sign that your like mental and like resilience skills are off. What it's saying is that your mind-body connection, the portal to your mind, your nervous system is in need of support. That your nervous system has gone into a protective survival stance that isn't conducive maybe to getting your best mind on track. It is conducive to keeping you safe, to protecting you from threats. But in this modern world, there's so much that's kind of overwhelming and signaling threat. We need to get really good at finding ways to change what's happening in our bodies so that we have our best, most open, most connected, and creative minds available. So let me explain to you just a little bit more about the way that the nervous system affects the way that you're thinking and your mindset. So your nervous system will influence the way that your brain produces thoughts. So your thoughts are going to be in line with the type of protective nervous system state that you're in. So if you're in kind of a fight, flight nervous system state, your thoughts are going to be more reactive, more forceful, or more avoidant and fearful. If your body is in a nervous system state that's more collapsed, withdrawn, shut down, or seeking to get safety through disconnection, then your thoughts are going to be much more shut down and disconnected, and thinking that there's not going to be a really good solution, that you might as well give up, that you don't have anything to offer the project anyway, so you might as well, just slump. So your nervous system really affects the types of thoughts that your brain provides you. Your nervous system also really influences your perspective. So depending on the state of your nervous system, you're going to perceive at the same situation in really different ways. That outside situation is going to be what it is. It could be really hard. It could be uncertain. It could be challenged. And depending on what nervous system state you are in, you're going to perceive your ability to relate to and navigate that outer challenge in a really different way, depending on what state you're in. Your nervous system state also influences your mood, and more specifically, it influences the way that you move through your emotions. So all emotions are welcome, but depending on what nervous system state we're in, we're going to have either a more resilient, figure-outable, compassionate, strategic way to relate to those emotions, or we're going to feel really pushed around and overwhelmed, or maybe avoidant of those emotions. Your nervous system state also influences your desire to be connected to other people. Your nervous system is part of your protective social engagement system. So when your nervous system is kind of in the green and regulated, you're much more likely to want to move toward people at work, your friends, your family even. And then when you're more dysregulated and in a protective nervous system state, you're more likely to feel clunky, at odds, just not on the same page with, or downright preferring just to keep your distance, even from the people that you care about the most. Your nervous system, one final thing for you to know, is responsible in a large part for the urges, the impulses, and the behavior patterns that you have. So you might take action or not take action from a dysregulated state. And I would much rather you and I take action from a connected, calm, and integrated state. That way we know that our actions are based off of, solid thinking, our best mindsets, and our values, what we care about the most. So friend, if you're curious about learning more about your nervous system, you want to map your nervous system with me, please check out the Calm Kit course. I offer some in-depth but totally accessible and approachable education, and I share my Get Calm framework with you. I help you map out your nervous system so you know when you're in a regulated versus dysregulated state. And also, I give you some really concrete, really powerful tools to help you move back to a regulated place. So let me leave you with this. The goal from this coffee talk is to know that when you're feeling like you're in a funk, you're pressured and stressed, or you're fearful and overwhelmed, or you're starting to feel frozen and shut down and collapsed, and like you don't have a ton of oomph to give whatever is at your feet, whether that be work projects or important family things, what I want you to know is that you are a normal human being, have a normal experience, and there are really practical ways to help yourself. But the most effective way to help yourself is to first notice that you're not feeling your best. And rather than pushing through or retreating and hiding, I'd like you to take 10 for yourself. Take 5 to 10 minutes to do something for your body that's going to signal safety to your nervous system. Now, that can be things like taking a walk outside, having a conversation with a treasured friend, having something nourishing to eat and drink, taking a hot bath, splashing some cold water on your face, giving it a sleep, and then picking that problem back up in your mind once you're feeling a little bit better. But a lot of those strategies take more time, I think, until we really start to feel like our best self. So that's why I created the Calm Kit Toolbox. It has a dozen or more guided audio practices that will help you get back to a regulated, integrated state in 10 minutes or less. And I have a freebie for you. It's my 10-minute Get Calm guided audio practice. I'll have it linked here at the little caption below this video, and I hope you'll give it a try and let me know how it goes. So, number one stress management strategy, pay attention to your body. Know that your nervous system state is directly influencing the way that your mind is working, the way that your emotions are working, and it will really push your behavior around until you do something to care deeply for that mind-body connection. Your body is working tirelessly at all times to help you and support you. My working mama friend, let's learn strategies together that help your body do that job with more grace, calm, clarity, and connection. Thanks for listening in today.